If you are just starting out with macrame and are confused with some of the basic knots, I will clarify everything in this video. Hey everyone, it's Nicole here from BOCHIKNOT, and if you're new here, then hello and welcome to my channel. Chances are, if you've clicked on this video, then you are a beginner with macrame trying to learn some of the basic knots. You may have stumbled on some knots like the half hitch knot, double half hitch knot, and the vertical lark's head knot. While they look similar, you may be wondering, what do these knots mean? What are their purpose? And what is the real difference between these knots? If you are a little bit confused, then you are not alone. I will be walking you through the differences between these three knots and how they are intertwined with the similarities. And then I'll also walk you through some tips on how to truly understand how to tie each of these knots so that you can tie them a lot quicker. If you're ready, let's jump right in. I'm starting this demonstration with several strands of cords attached onto a dowel with a lark's head knot. And you can tell that they are lark's head knots with the little loops at the top. And the very first knot that I'm going to go over is the half hitch knot. To make this, you would need either two strands of cords or two groups of cords. So here you see on the right, I have two groups of cords at 2 cords each. And I'm just going to take and designate that far right section as the working cord. So when making a half hitch knot, you designate one side as a working cord and one side as the anchor cord. The anchor cord does not move. And so here now I'm taking the third section from the right as the working cords, and I'm making a half hitch knot onto that middle section. Now you can go in any direction, but making the half hitch knot does require one cord or one cord group as the working cord group and one cord or one cord group as the anchor cord. This is actually the case for all of the knots that we are going to go over today. That was a quick little intro on what the half hitch knot is about. It is a very simple hitch knot, and with a cord that you designate as your working cord, which I have designated here as the far right cord, you take that cord over and then through the right loop on top of the anchor cord, which we have designated as the second cord from the right. Now we're going to switch the working cord and anchor cords. So the left cord end is the working cord, so we go over and through the left side. So making a half hitch knot, you go over and through the loop. So here I have made 2 consecutive alternating half hitch knots, and you can continue this pattern down for as many half hitch knots as you want to form a senet chain pattern. With the half hitch knot on its own, however, it isn't very secure. It's similar to making just one overhand knot with 2 strands of cord. It's not very secure in that it can easily come undone. And so you can think of the half hitch knot as an insecure knot that is an important starting point to various secure knots and knot patterns. One of those very secure knots, and is arguably the most used knot in all of macrame, is the double half hitch knot, or otherwise known as the clove hitch knot. So as the name indicates, a double half hitch knot is just 2 half hitch knots. It is a very secure knot and is often used in boats, in sailing, and on ships. And that's because with the extra half hitch knot, the rope won't slip. And so again, to make the double half hitch knot, you do have to designate one side as the anchor cord and one cord as the working cord again. I'm switching the sides here, so I'm taking the far right cord over to the left, and this is my anchor cord. And then the cord on the left is my working cord. When making the double half hitch knot, you do have to pay attention to where your anchor cord is pointing towards, because that is the direction where your knots are gonna go. So what we're going to do is taking that left cord over to the right, and we're going to use it as a working cord for a half hitch knot. So you bring it over and through the loop on the anchor cord. So as you can see, if you pull it straight, it looks very similar to the half hitch knot we made on the right side. It's just that we switched the cords with the left cord as the working cord instead of the right cord. Now all you have to do is repeat the same knot using the same working cord. So over and through the right loop. Now something to pay attention here when tightening these knots, when you're working with an anchor and a working cord, you have to be sure to not move the anchor cord too much. You're not tightening the anchor cord. If you're pulling and tightening, you're always doing that with the working cord. And I'm going to show you what it means by that. So say I'm trying to use that left cord as the working cord for a half hitch knot, our first half hitch knot in our double half hitch knot, and instead of holding the anchor cord straight, I'm pulling on the anchor cord and the working cord to tighten. And then you can see now that there's a weird knot that we've just made here, basically like an overhand knot. And not like the hitch knots that we have seen on the right with the little loops. Instead, the pattern is off now. All you have to do is pull on the anchor cord to the direction you want to go. So I'm going diagonally down to the left. And so you can see now that once the anchor cord straightens out, you can see the loop on the right side. So I'm going to do it again, start our second half hitch knot. I'm going to show you what you shouldn't do is pull on the working cord and the anchor cord at the same time. Instead, what you should be doing is holding the anchor cord as straight as possible, and you're only tightening with the working cord. So this is an easy fix if you have this. We're just going to pull on the anchor cord to straighten things out and then finish the rest of the knot off. So double half hitch knot, to recap, is 2 consecutive half hitch knots. So you go over and through the right, over, through the right, for a left facing diagonal double half hitch knot. So now that we know the double half hitch knot is made up of 2 consecutive half hitch knots in the same direction, so not alternating like what we have shown you with our alternating half hitch knots on the far right. And now with the vertical lark's head knot, we're going to do a similar thing. So I have designated the far right cord as the working cord, and with the working cord, I'm making a half hitch knot onto the left anchor cord. So another name for the lark's head knot is the cow hitch knot. So this is also a hitch knot. So that means it includes hitch knots within the knot. We've already made 1 half hitch knot, and so to make the second half hitch knot to finish off this vertical lark's head knot, instead of going over the anchor cord, we're going under the anchor cord and through the loop on the right. So that means to make 1 vertical lark's head knot, you go over the anchor cord and through the loop, and then under and through the loop. Now you can see that you've made the lark's head knot right if it matches that loopy design that you see with the lark's head knot up at the top. You can repeat this knot for as many times as you want to form a chain-link pattern underneath. There are so many variations of knot patterns that you can create with this knot. And again, to keep in mind when making all of these knots, to keep the anchor cord stable and straight as possible while you are tightening with the working cords only. And that's a wrap with our video on the differences between the half hitch knot, double half hitch knot, and vertical lark's head knot. I really hope this shed some insight on the differences between these knots and how they are similar and made up of half hitch knots. The double half hitch knot is really just the half hitch knot going in the same direction 2 times in a row, and the vertical lark side knot is actually the half hitch knot in opposite directions. This is really similar in understanding another basic knot of macrame, such as the half knot and square knot. If you guys want me to make a video on that, on how to understand the square knot and the half knot, comment below, and if we get enough comments, I'll make a video for that. Once you feel like you've gotten the hang of all of these knots, you may want to refer back to them from time to time because you forgot suddenly which direction they go. Then a helpful guide for that would be our 50 Knots in Sentence ebook. It's a free download and I'll post a link to that in the description below. And if you're keen on more macrame tips and hacks, we have several other videos on our BOCHIKNOT channel and over on BOCHIKNOT.com, so be sure to check those out. If you guys have made it all the way to the end here, I just want to finish off by saying thank you for watching this video. I would appreciate it if you give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and click that subscribe button to stay tuned to our latest tutorials. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.